Hi everyone, my name is Brogan. I'm here with the Recovery Box. Today in our yoga practice, we'll be working on winding down from a stressful day. So take a few moments to get started, and whenever you're ready, whenever your space is set up, we'll get started in child's pose. Bring your big toes to touch. Send your knees out wide. Draw your forehead down to the mat and reach your arms long in front of you. And take these next few moments of stillness, really intentional silence, to settle in. Start by taking a really big breath in through your nose. In an open mouth, open jaw, exhale, let it all go. Start to notice as your arms are up by your ears, as you can drown out the sounds. Drown out everything that will not serve you these next 15 minutes. And instead, come onto the four corners of your space. So begin to let go of your to-do lists, your stressors, and come into your body. Come into this moment. Take another really big breath in through your nose. Fill up the space in your lungs. And even bigger, even louder, exhale, let it all go. Walk your fingers out in front of you just a little bit more. Feel the stretch, the space in your spine. Sit your hips down just a little bit more. Last time, breath in here. Exhale, let it all go. On your next breath, rise up to a tabletop pose. Stack your shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. We'll find a little gentle wrist stretch here. So however much you need, it's up to you, it's your body, your practice. So maybe right here is where you stop today. If you want a little bit more, draw your fingers towards the back of your mat and have your wrist face the front of the room. So slowly start to feel the tension weave through your fingers, your hands, your wrists. Just gently breathe into any soreness, any tightness, and begin to let go. And as you're ready, slowly walk your back hands, your fingers back towards the front of the space. And inhale your right hand high to the sky. Exhale, thread the needle across your right arm underneath and draw your ear towards the earth. So stay here for a bit, settle in. And start to notice as you open through your shoulders really gently. We hold a lot of stress in our shoulders. Start to feel the stretch in the front line of your body. And begin to let go. You can keep your hips up high or maybe rock them side to side if that feels good. Whatever you need. I'm here to guide you, but listen to what works best in your body. As you're ready, plant down through your left hand. Inhale your right hand high to the sky, roll out through your wrists, your fingertips. And exhale back to tabletop pose. Inhale, bring your left arm high. Exhale, thread the needle across it under your body. And come on down to your left ear this time. You can keep your hand right where it is. We can block it out in front of you a little bit more for a side body stretch. Once again, just start to open, gently stretch through your shoulders, the front line of your space. As you're ready on this side, press down into your right hand. Inhale, reach your left arm up to the sky. Exhale, back to tabletop pose. Now from here, we'll take a few cat-cows together. So inhale, cow pose, drop your belly, lift your gaze. Exhale, cat, round your spine, tuck chin to chest. Inhale, cow pose, drop your belly, lift your gaze. Exhale, cat, round your spine, tuck chin to chest. On your next inhale, make your way back to tabletop pose, long through your spine. Exhale, downward facing dog, send your hips up and back. It's the first down dog of the day for a lot of us, so really settle in here. Take your time getting used to the space, find movement in your calves, your hamstrings, the back of your legs. And as you start to find stillness, can you spread your fingers really wide on the mat? Press down into each of your finger pads so much so the arches of your palms lift. Really work your chest towards your thighs. And take a slight bend in your knees to draw your hips just a little bit higher. Take a really big breath in. Exhale, let it all go. Inhale, send your gaze forward. Exhale, find ragdoll pose at the top of the space. So take your time getting there. You're in no rush. Bring your feet hip width distance or even wider. So really give yourself some space here. And then take a generous bend in your knees. Melt your chest over your thighs. Option to keep your hands down on the earth, or maybe you grab opposite hand to opposite elbow. Let your head, your neck hang really heavy here. Continue to shift your weight into the ball mounts of your feet to lift your hips even higher. And let go through your low spine just as much as your hamstrings. So oftentimes when we have a really stressful, long day, we can feel it in our back. So think about really physically letting that go. Letting go of that energy that's stuck. Breathing into that space. If you haven't already, bring your hands to your elbows. We'll take a few sunflowers here. Just take a breath in. And then exhale, slowly open to the right. And all the way back down. So we're going to work out the kinks in your spine. Another time around, up and over to the right. As you make your way back to the bottom, switch directions here. Inhale up over to the left. Really open through your chest, through your heart. Make your way back down towards the bottom. One more time, circling this way. Your next breath, stay down, ragdoll pose. Throw your hands to the mat. And bring your heels in and your toes out. And we'll squat down into a Malasana squat. So bring your hips towards the earth. So it's gonna be really intense for a lot of us here. So if it feels like too much, you can always come out of it or feel a blanket. Bring it underneath your sit bones, or maybe a block if you have one handy, and come onto a seat. As you begin to open through your hips, bringing your hands to heart center, maybe close your eyes and take a moment here. Take a moment to tune into one thing you can let go of from your day. It can be one simple moment, one negative thought. And give yourself, your body, your mind, the space to wind down, to let go. To relieve this psychological pressure and return to your relaxed state. Your next breath, release your hands down to the mat. Pick your hips up, maybe remove your block or your blanket, and then bring your toe heel, your feet into touch to the slight zipper in between your heels. Inhale, mountain pose, rise up one vertebra at a time. Now root all 4/4 of your feet firmly into the mat. And drop your shoulders away from your ears if you feel them crawling up. Spin your pinkies in to broaden to the back side of your body. Take a breath in. Exhale, vertical twist up and over to the right. So cactus out your arms. Keep your hips pointed forward and squeeze your shoulder blades together on your back. Inhale, standing exalted. Lift your left arm high, your right arm down towards the mat. And really lift your chin up off your chest, open through your heart space. Now listen here, exhale, chair pose with airplane arms. So sweep your left arm back. Reach your arms back behind you. Good, start to notice as your chest lifts, as you sit your hips down and back. Continue to shift your weight into your heels as your toes can lift just a bit. And if you'd like, you can bring your hands to a chest expansion grip. So bring your hands to your low back, your palms to touch. And start to open through your chest, the space that we carry so much stress. Just let go. Feel the heat, the fire building in the top of your legs. As you continue to sink down, your hips towards the earth. Huge breath in. Exhale, forward fold, hinge from your hips. Inhale, halfway lift. Bring your hands to either your shins or your thighs and pause here for a moment. Reach the crown of your head forward and draw your shoulder blades together for a flat spine. Big breath in. Exhale, high plank. So we'll be moving through a few variations here. So follow me along if you'd like. Lower all the way to your bellies for Cobra Pose. Or if it doesn't feel good in your body, or perhaps you're growing a baby in there, take space from this. We'll take a few different variations. So if you're in Cobra Pose, bring your hands just underneath your shoulders and zip up your feet to the tops of the mat. So zip your legs together. Then inhale, peel your chest off the ground, little to no weight in your hands. Your gaze is just in front of your mat. Press your hip tips into the earth as you continue to lengthen through your spine. One more big breath in, lift up. Exhale, slowly lower down. We'll flow that 2 more times. Inhale, Cobra Pose, peel, chin up off chest, lift your heart. Exhale, lower down. Last time here, inhale, Cobra Pose, peel up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale up to high plank or tabletop pose. And exhale, downward facing dog, hips up and back. We'll flow that on the other side. Inhale, send your gaze forward. Exhale, forward fold, top of space. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward folds. Inhale, mountain pose, rise up. Exhale, vertical twist to the left. So pause here as you squeeze your shoulder blades together on your back. Continue to press your left hip tip forward, your right hip to the back. Inhale, standing exalted warrior, right arm to the sky, left arm down. Open through your chest, your heart. Exhale, chair pose with airplane arms. Sweep your arms back and lift up through your chest. Pull your shoulder blades together on your back and continue to sink your weight into your heels. Option to find a chest expansion grip here. Draw your soles of your palms together. Stay lifted in your heart. Really open up. Take a big breath in. Exhale, forward fold, hinge. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, your variation. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, send your hips back. Inhale, lift your right leg up. Exhale, half pigeon pose, draw your right knee to your right wrist crease. And then surrender your left leg behind you. So option to stay right here. You can stay lifted on your fingertips. Or if you'd like today, slowly start to sleep your pigeon. Start to draw your forehead to your forearms, the mat, maybe a block if you have one. Connect to something. So reconnect to the earth, to your body. And settle in here. We carry a lot of emotions, a lot of stress in our hips. So let your body do some of the work in this moment as it starts to unravel through your mind. You start to let go of just a little bit of tension. If you've slept your pigeon, when your next rest, slowly rise up to your hands. Come back up to your fingertips. And inhale, down dog kick, reach your right leg high. Exhale, downward facing dog. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Inhale, your left leg high. Exhale, half pigeon on the left. Draw your left knee to your left wrist crease. And surrender your right foot to the earth. So option to stay here, stay lifted if that feels good for you. Or if you'd like, slowly start to sleep your pigeon, relax your head, your forehead onto something. Now notice that this side might feel entirely different, and that is just fine. Our bodies feel different on each side, each limb, each day. So instead of fighting this, can we just hone into this moment? Respect exactly as we're showing up right now in this space. Maybe you slept your pigeon, start to walk right back up to your hands. Tuck your back toes, inhale, down dog, kick your left leg high. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a really big breath in. On your next breath, come on down to your knees. We'll spin our feet around in front of us here. So send your legs long and we'll cross your left leg under, your right leg over for a modified cow face pose. So the goal here is just working your knees towards alignment. Mine never do so this is good for me. This feels supportive. So just listen to your body. If you have a block, feel free to place it underneath here if you need a little more space. We're working it through our hip, through our glutes, option to grab the tops of your feet. You can stay right here if you'd like, start to melt your chest towards the earth. Feel the stretch in your glutes as you're in your hips. Once again, letting go of some tension, some stress, feeling them leave your body, feeling them let go. Send your breath to any soreness, any tightness. Continue to trust in this space. We'll slowly rise out of that. We'll find just a little easy twist here like we did at the beginning. So reach your arms up, and then on an exhale, take a twist. Option to bring your hand behind your leg if that feels good, maybe your back hand down. So just twisting as you keep your legs crossed. Once again, keeping it really gentle, listening to your body. Inhale, make your way back to center, and then exhale, bring your legs out in front of you, give them a really good shake. Cross your right leg underneath, your left leg on top. We'll mirror this on the other side. Find cow face pose here. Once again, you can grab the tops of your feet. It feels good, sink your chest towards the earth. Letting go through your hips, your glutes. And inhale, rise up. And exhale, we'll twist, find a final twist here. Letting go, gently detoxing, rinsing through your spine. Inhale, back up to center. And then exhale, bring your legs out long in front of you. We'll slowly lower down, one vertebra at a time to find final Shavasana. So bring your arms, your legs long, close your eyes, and stay here for as long as you'd like. Give yourself the space to continue to wind down and settle in. Thank you for coming on this journey with us. Namaste.